your favorite teacher, Mr. P. It's another Friday, another school week in the books. With what I was talking about, I was just trying to, one, give you an idea of what I was going through that day, and two, I was letting you know that because you get on the phone with one person and they say something, don't just cave the first time someone gives you an answer you don't like. So I'm at the school now. I will see you later. We'll talk in the car on the way home, I'm sure.
One eternity later.
Just left school, walking out to my car. Overall, it was a good day in school. During my accounting class, we had a pretty interesting conversation from basically getting revenge on Mark Zuckerberg for stealing the Facebook idea. We transitioned from that to total world domination. So let's first talk about their Facebook plan. In a nutshell, kidnap Mark Zuckerberg. That was the easy part. Was just easy. Kidnap him.
Got him!
Take him back to a safe house. No big deal. Get a lookalike. Again, piece of cake. There are thousands of people who look exactly like Mark Zuckerberg. You set up his money to be transferred to an account in Greece. They aren't going to have any red flags at all whatsoever. No big deal. Transfer it to Greece, you're good. After that, go straight from the bank to your private jet. Foolproof, right? I see no problem. Head to Greece where there is no extradition. Live happily ever after. He drew out his plan. Here is the diagram. I mean, what could go wrong, right? So that was an interesting conversation. And they jumped to a 12-step process to taking over the world.
The world is now under my control.
13-step process to taking over the world. Step 1, make acquaintances with everybody in the school. Step 2 is get them all to like you. And I'm not talking about like you. I'm talking about love you, want to do anything for you. No holes there either. It's blowing my mind with these plans. Now, step 3 was basically become rich and powerful and an influential person. This is the only step that I saw as actually plausible. Start to build ties politically. This is going to come in handy later, believe me. Now, the next step is sending your acquired friends, send them to get their education and build their political ties. So now that you and your minions have become rich, influential people in the political world, you take over the political game. Take over every office. You take over every political office available. You're now running the show when it comes to the government and politics, which leads to the next step. Become president. That's right. Now you're rich, influential. You have your 2,500 friends in politics. Boom! You're president. That's how it works. You have 2,500 friends in politics. You're as good as gold when it comes to the presidential election. Clearly, look at Donald Trump.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
He will never be president of the United States.
Donald Trump is not going to be president of the United States.
No one's going to be happier than President Obama when Trump loses.
At least I will go down as a president. No.
Because he just had 2,500 friends. That's all you need. But now that you are president, you appoint 11 Supreme Court justices that will cave to your will. Congress will now cave to your will as well. And you do what next? Change the entire political game. You are basically the president until you die. After this, the process gets fairly simple. You take your whole group, whole following, all of your minions. Your minions have children who then become your minions as well, and they have kids, and they have kids. This is what ends your domination of America. And then you take your plan outward. You send your minion into other countries. You start the process all over again. Only the one thing that really hurt was that it's too late to put this plan in place. Too late to get those 2,500 kids. It's too late. But, you live and you learn. Pass it on to the younger generations. So overall, it was a pretty hysterical day in school. On my way home now, I think me and Camden are going to go grab some food tonight. Amanda's got benefits she's going to. I will see you guys later. Didn't turn my radio down.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Give Me That video. And this is just a regular dinner.
We're headed to dinner. We're gonna go see Uncle Andrew and Grandpa Mimi. You used to always combine everyone's name. Your grandma and grandpa, you call Grandpa Mimi. Just so you know, Michael and David are twins, so he has a tough time telling them apart. He used to say Michael David Elise too. Where we going?
Best Buy. What? See that button?
Yep. This time we didn't get nothing. Where do you think we should go to look at Nerf guns? I know where we can try and look. Majeer!
What the heck?
No, it's Majeer.
I used to call it that, but I don't anymore.
So what do you want to look at?
Nerf.
Last time I was here, the whole wall was empty. You think they got them back now? Let's take a look. And I think it's this aisle right here. Oh, that's right here. So what did you pick?
Both of these. And it's minus $1. It's safe $1.
What do you want for Easter?
Chocolate. No, I just like the Kit Kat chocolate.
Yeah.
Kit Kat chocolate bunny.
So that's gonna be the end of Friday, right?
Yeah. Epic unboxing. Epic unboxing 1. Done.
You're testing it.
Ah. See you guys tomorrow.
Saturday morning. Amanda has a track meet. Bruno's having a rough day.
You gotta catch them all. And SpongeBob.
Man, your hair is a mess. What do you think, Bruno? Yikes. It's just me and Camden.
Go to GameStop and Target.
We gotta find a toy box for his room or something to organize his toys with. And then I told him maybe we'd stop by GameStop again because there's one right over by Target.
Yay!
Cam, do you know who the president of the United States is?
Donald Trump.
Know who it was before Donald Trump?
Barack Obama.
Do you know how long a president gets to stay in office for when they're elected?
4 years.
Do you know how many times they can be elected? 'Cause
2 times.
what do you know about Donald Trump?
He talks weird.
Why do you say that? Is
Because
it?
he does talk weird.
Let's hear your imitation.
I'm the president of the United States of America.
Would you want to be president when you grow up?
Yeah. You know why? So no one can have school. I was just joking.
Okay.
Let them have fun in school.
You would let them have phones in school?
But I'm actually am going to let them have fun during school. But during a certain time.
Oh, they'll just be a phone time?
Yeah. How long their lunch is. Actually, during lunch. You could get a car wash for free.
Free car washes?
Yeah.
You would win as a president. Man. For everyone who has a car?
Yeah.
Man.
Or everyone who doesn't have a car, but they're getting it for a your car wash for you,
Yeah.
it would be free, but the one that you clean your own car is gonna be $1. Yeah, for unlimited time. We get Starbucks for free.
Free Starbucks? No. Pound it. There's going to be lots of people who would vote for you as president. So on our way home from Target, so I think we're going to go home,
Do a Nerf video.
try and film a Nerf video. This kind of video is kind of new to me because it's going to take a little bit more planning and thought to do different camera angles. We're going to get our stuff ready, and then we are going to
Shoot the Nerf video.
Saturday morning. Say hi. Me and Bruno are in the car right now. We're headed over to my parents' house. We finished the Nerf video, which came out great. You can find that on our channel. I'll put it in the description below. Hopefully I'll get in. You should be able to click on this link right here. I don't know how I'm still up. Camden woke us up at about 7:30 or so. He wanted to see the video, which I'm glad I had done. I'm glad I stayed up and got it knocked out. We also last night finished his room, and he's had this basketball hoop that we have nowhere to really mount. He's got a whole half of his room that's wide open, and we finally realized that we could put his basketball hoop up, and he basically almost has a full half court. I'm grabbing some wood now so I can head over to my parents and build a frame to hang it up on his wall. So hopefully later I'll get some, I'll have footage of it, and we'll walk through his room and I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. I'm gonna take a pause for a second. Cam asked me to check for Pokemon, so I'm gonna try and use the screen recording and still talk to you. All right, so you guys should still be with me. What's funny is I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen me play this before. A lot of you guys have seen me have the app on occasionally throughout the day. So a lot of times I turn it on when I know I'm gonna be walking around the school. If you guys ever see me with it on for any reason, it's probably just I'm trying to get distance on these eggs so that Camden can have them hatched and get more Pokemon. I'm gonna catch that guy. A Jigglypuff. These are one of Cam's favorites. We got this guy in our bag. Let's see where we're at. Camden's favorite, I believe, is this Snorlax, the 1708 Snorlax. Just leaving my parents' house. I'm gonna check some Pokemon again on my way home. Ooh, there's one of these guys. Obviously, the Pokemon the game was built around, right? Yeah, so we're gonna catch him, as well as that little tree-looking guy, which is the guy we don't have. The second one over is kind of shadowed out. That's because we don't have him yet. The last one got away. We got it. So there it is. New one registered into our Pokédex. Alright, so here's the finished product. It's actually screwed to this frame. We're going to take this off of here. We're going to paint it the same color as his room, which we still have some paint in the garage from his room color. Then we can hang it up on the wall and then hang the hoop to it. Oh yeah. Ready, and I went to hang it and I realized the screws I had were a little bit too short. I'm headed up to grab some 3-inch screws now. Yeah, so then you'll be able to see his room kind of finished. I've been here way too many times. Alright, so here's kind of what it looks like when it was all done. You got his loft bed. Side of the room, basketball now. So we're gonna put some posters on this wall here, but he's got the breakaway rim. So, all right, so that's it for our weekend vlog. Did you have fun?
Yeah. If it says subscribe, you don't have to click that button, but if it says subscribe, click subscribe.
Hit the thumbs up button to like it. And as always, deuces.
Peace out. Boom, 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 boom. If you like your last video,
Click where?
click right there.
If you want to watch a Cam and Dad Plays, click.
Here. And if you want to subscribe, click here.
Right here. Deuces.
Deuces!